You just sponsored a team member. That's right. Do your happy dance. Do your happy dance, and then we need to start putting our systems in place. So if you just had a team member join, congratulations. You are officially a leader and you officially have a team. My goal as your director is to get you to a place to where when you have a new team member starting, you know exactly what to do, you know exactly how to plug them into all of the resources, and you know that you of course have myself and the rest of the upline here to support you. So get ready, get set, let's leader. Hey guys, Jackie here, and if you are watching this video, then I want to give you a congratulations. Congratulations, you have started building your team. And you may be thinking that maybe you just joined, so you don't know quite what to do yourself, let alone help another team member. Or maybe you've been a consultant for a while, but you've just started recruiting and you're just not quite sure where to begin. So this video is going to help you to outline some systems that you can put into place. Systems are habits that we do every single time something happens. So whenever I speak of systems, I may be talking about systems when it comes to sales, systems when it comes to sponsoring, systems when it comes to recruiting, things like that, right? So this is what you need to have in your business. Whether or not you utilize a planner or not, I want you to at least dedicate a notebook because, and I say this because I want you to succeed. And I know that it's very, very easy to lose track of when things happened, when did someone join, all the things, right? All the things. I personally have gone digital, so everything is on my iPad, and that's how I do that. I use an app called Good Notes, and you can just create documents within that app. I actually went on Etsy and I just purchased a planner, and I use my planner, and everything's organized in there. I will say though, having this is also a brand new system for me because I just started this in January of 2020. So even though I'm using this and it's working for me, it doesn't mean that it will forever work for me. You always need to be looking for the things that are going to help you work best as a leader in your business. This is why I say, if nothing else, if you don't have a planner, if you're not a planner person, that's fine. At least get a notebook. And what I want you to do is I want you to keep track of the name, contact information, including address, cell phone or home phone number, email, and if you know them on Facebook or if they're on Facebook. Don't worry, some people are not on Facebook, and that's okay. They don't have to be on Facebook to be a successful Scentsy consultant. I know I've got plenty that I have sponsored that are not on Facebook at all, and trust me, every single month they're putting in 500 plus in sales. So I know that it is possible to do this business without Facebook. So you can of course recommend Facebook to those people who are joining, because of course part of the resources that we want them to have are the groups. So the first thing that I want you to do when you get a new person, like I said, in your planner, in your notebook, if you're digital like me, write their information down. Then what I would like and encourage you to do is to actually put them into your phone. That way, especially a cell phone and an email, especially that way, because then when there's new news to be had, when maybe there's a training going on and you want to make sure that they're clued in as to what the training is about, or you think it's something that will really help them, you can very easily pull them up in your phone wherever you are. Even if you are if you work like a day job outside of Scentsy, then even if you're at your job, you can very quickly just give them a quick text or a quick email and say, here's what's going on, or here's a great video that I thought you would like, right? These are ways that we can help connect and continue to grow our team. Now I'm gonna get down to some brass tacks here, guys. Leadership is not optional. It's just not. And I'm your director, yes. And I also might be your sponsor, yes. But when you begin sponsoring, you have to start showing up. And hopefully you've been showing up, and I know the majority of you do. When we have Tuesday trainings, even if you can't join live, you're watching the replays. If we have the Bliss Happy Hour that we're having right now, you're joining in on those. Those are not recorded, by the way. Any other trainings that we might do, either throughout the month, training programs like Reach for the Stars that we're currently doing with Tracy DeMario and the entire Scented Bliss family. So these are things that you need to be showing up for. And the reason why is because your team members are going to be watching you to see what to do. They are going to follow your lead. If they see that you are actively participating on the group page, they will begin actively participating on the group page. If they see you using social media to market your business, whether that's in videos or creating or taking pictures, things like that of products, then they're going to do the same. The same comes when it comes down to training. You guys have to start showing up for training. And I know that we're all busy. Trust me, I know. And I totally, completely understand. So if your day looks so extraordinarily busy every single day of the week, then you need to at least carve out a good 20 to 30 minutes, at least a day. Maybe that means waking up just a little bit earlier. Maybe that means going to bed just a little bit later. But you have to be able to be showing up. And a really great way to get around that, especially if you're busy, working another job, mom, have other responsibilities, work, school, things like that, right? We all have lives outside of Scentsy, and we all have different obligations that we're doing. But we have to learn to work smarter and not harder. Because you don't have to work your business 24/7 to have it succeed. You can truly find ways to make the time that you're using for Scentsy intentional. And one of those ways is to do just a straight power hour once a week. A power hour. And it doesn't even have to be a whole hour. Even if it's only 30 minutes that you can spare, then do a 30-minute power hour. An entire hour is going to give you a lot more wiggle room there. But if you can only do 30 minutes, do the 30 minutes for now. And then gradually get yourself to where you're able to get to that 1 hour mark. During that power hour, what you can do is you can go in, you can schedule posts that would be on your Facebook for your personal business. So for your sales, okay, you want to be on there and making sure that your business is also working as it should. If you do not have a team page, then I do suggest that you start one. And that's simply because I think that it helps to propel you and get you acting like a leader. And that way, as you have more and more and more team members joining, you already have that page there and you can just build upon it. Now, I recommend creating a group for your page, right? And you can, of course, name it whatever you'd like, and then make sure that your team members know that it is there. Even if you only have one, that's okay. We all start somewhere. We all started with 0 team members, and we've all grown to have teams. So starting out is going to be key, again, in setting up the systems that are going to help you. That team page that you're going to create, or you're going to work towards creating, is really going to be a place that, again, you can point new team members to. Just like, hopefully, you are pointing them to the Scent 365 Tribe page, and then also to the Scented Bliss page. Now, whenever they join, I always do a welcome email. I do a welcome email to every single person who joins under myself. So even if they're not my direct frontline, it could be your third person down, it does not matter. Everybody gets a welcome email from myself. And I like to include things like what they need to start doing in their first 15 days. Shooting star, right? 500 PRV in their first 15 days. That is going to give them a great head start on their business. Sensational start, their first 70 days. What do they need to do to reach those levels? Also, Scentsy is also sending them a welcome email with lots of information, including a first things first checklist and an introduction to the workstation. Make sure that they know how to get to the workstation and how to log in, because that is going to really be helpful, right? Whenever they're closing a party, and especially when they're new, you can work with them and showing them and teaching them to go to the training tab on the workstation and searching for any topic that they'd like. There's a really great series that Scentsy has created for us on the workstation. So if you go to the workstation, click on the training tab under Scentsy Success, and then when you click there, click browse by topic. This is going to give you a whole list of a whole lot of resources. So some of these might be very useful to yourself as a leader, as a new leader, or maybe it's something that you haven't seen yet that you know that you need to be trained on. So this is a good opportunity for you as well. But let your team members know to go to the workstation, click on the training tab, click on browse by topic, and there is an entire list that is dedicated to new consultants. So if they click on the tab, new consultant, it's going to open all of the information that they need to know as a new consultant. Again, working smarter and not harder. I do not want you guys having to put more hours into your business to create systems that are already there. Plug them into the systems that we already have. This will save you time, and it also will teach them, because, and especially if we're running a join special, they very well may begin recruiting as well right away. And they need to know what to do. So if you teach them what to do for telling them these steps, when they sponsor someone, then all they have to do is replicate what you've already done. Replicating the system. That's it. There is nothing special that they need to know outside of what we know, right? There's nothing specific outside of those first two goals, because when you first join Scentsy, Shooting Star and Sensational Start are the only time that you're going to be able to earn those awards. So that's why it's imperative to at least let them know that those are great goals to work towards that will help them begin their business successfully. I, for one, will tell you, I did not hit Shooting Star. I did not hit Sensational Start. So if they don't, I don't want you to think that they're going to fail or that they just are not ready to have a business. Some people learn at different rates, and that's okay. And some people will grow their businesses in different speeds, and that's okay. I myself, I've been a consultant since 2012. I didn't become a director until 2018. You guys, there's people out there who joined and then 8 months later became a director, right? That's fantastic. So you can see the difference. It all comes down to, just like we talk with sales, right? It's the same thing. The more that you put into your business, the more you're going to get back. So it's that give and take, give and take. And you have to find that balance. Now, here's a quote that I'm going to share with you from Orville Thompson, our owner from Scentsy. Know the way, go the way, and show the way. Orville said it best. So you have to know, again, what do you do as a consultant? How do you get sales every month? How do you book parties if you book parties? How do you take orders? How do you input contacts into Amy if that is your follow-up system? If that's not your follow-up system, what do you do to follow up with customers? Is it your notebook or planner? Or maybe an app on your phone? You need to know these things. And if you don't, you need to take time to, again, either go into the Facebook groups or plug yourself into the workstation. You can always jump on my YouTube as well. I know I've got lots of topics on there. A lot of videos, some of the videos, a lot, I'm not sure. Maybe a little bit out of date. They may be a little bit older, but the same concepts still apply today as they always have. Things may just look a little bit different. For example, the workstation has obviously changed and looked a little different over the years. It's grown, just like we're growing. So you have to know the way. You have to go the way. That's right. You have to go the way. You have to lead from the front by example, because they are going to follow you when it comes to knowing what should I be doing with this Scentsy business. And one of the things also that I'm going to encourage you to do, especially as new leaders and veteran leaders alike, is to create a system for continuing training. You guys can, of course, plug them into the Tuesday training that I do every single Tuesday. You guys can, of course, plug them into the Tuesday training I do every single week on the Scent 365 Tribe page. Remember, they don't have to show up live. They can rewatch the replay later. And then I do go and I upload it to my YouTube later. Sometimes I go live on YouTube at the same time. It might be instantly available. Other weeks I may record and upload later. But eventually it all goes to the YouTube. So if that's a resource that you felt was very helpful, or your new team member, as you get to know them and build a relationship with them, you realize that they learn well from watching videos, or that's how they discovered Scentsy was through YouTube, then by all means, you want to continue that, right? Whatever is the best for them, the best learning method for them, is what you want to plug them into. So if that's videos, plug them into the videos. What are the videos that you watch? If you need help, you can of course visit my YouTube channel. Otherwise, plug them into the videos that have helped you or have really made a difference for you. There's lots of great videos on YouTube, you guys, lots. Or maybe for you, you're more of a, I want to learn. And when I say learn, I'm talking more like I take myself back to college days, right? Like I want to learn. And that's when I plug into the training on the workstation. And I go through topics. And at least once, even myself as a director, again, I've been doing this since 2012, right? Do you think I know all the answers? Oh no, oh no. I'd like to think that I know enough, but I'm always ready to learn more. And there's always things happening that maybe I just didn't catch. Nobody's perfect. So I like to go into the training center at least every 6 months. Once every 6 months I go in, so every catalog change. I kind of look at it like daylight savings time. That's when you should normally like change out the battery in the smoke detector. Whenever we change a catalog is when I kind of reset everything, okay? So when we change a catalog, I would go to the workstation, check out the training center. Are there things in there that maybe look new to me? Oh, I see this video and oh yeah, I remember that they were talking about this when we had a conversation. This would really help them. Let me tell them about this video. Things like that you can plug them in. Next, I want you to focus on what kind of culture you want to create. Because again, even if you just have one team member now, you are well on your way to building a team. This is going to be crucial to set the culture. Again, your team is going to do what you do. So that does not mean that you, whether it's on your personal Facebook or in the groups, are being negative. Try and stay away from the political stuff, things like that on Facebook that it's very tempting to get involved in. But you just have to remind yourself, I'm a business owner. I own a business. And in that mindset, you need to make sure that the culture you are setting up is a positive culture. That when somebody asks a question, that if you can't get to it right away, don't worry, I will get back to you, right? Treat your team members exactly how you would want to be treated. Use the golden rule. It really is the best rule. I'm gonna end out this training here as a new leader in saying you need to work intentionally. If you haven't been up until now, now is the time. Now is the time to step it up. You've got to step up your game. If you want to start earning that income, then you need to step up your game. And I'm just being honest here, because here's the deal. When I changed my own mindset to say this is no longer a hobby for me, this is a business, look, I'm growing a team, I need to step up my game. That's exactly what I did, and you need to do the same thing. This means, again, showing up. Showing up. When you're doing something, even if it just seems like something that you're like, oh, everybody probably already knows this, right? Maybe it's samples, maybe it's mail outs, maybe it's creating a thank you card for a customer. Maybe you are getting really good at doing graphics and playing with different apps. Whatever it is, you should be sharing your knowledge. That was truly what my very first intention was when I changed my mindset, was to help people and show people that this business is real, that you can make money with this business if you show up, if you work intentionally, if you are participating in not only your team page, but in your director, Scent 365 tribe page, and also the Scented Bliss page, right? Because there's lots of resources there. And if they don't see you there, posting, showing up, welcoming people, hello. You guys, we are leaders now. I should see every single one of you who has a team member welcoming every new team member on a post. Every single one of you. Because when you were new, when you first joined, what did it make you feel like when you saw the welcome on the Facebook page? Did it spark joy? Did it make you feel special, make you feel recognized? Let's duplicate that. We have to duplicate that because that's the culture that you're creating. You're creating a culture, you're creating a community that they do not want to leave, that they say, no matter what, even if it's just a hobby, I'm gonna continue my hobby for a long time, right? Because this is the place to be. These people lift me up. These people help me answer questions. And you don't have to know all the answers. Nobody knows all the answers. But again, the resources are what's important. Knowing the roadmap of where to guide them. The workstation, training tab, the Facebook group, Scent 365 Tribe, and the Scented Bliss Facebook group. If they want to join other groups in Facebook, that's fantastic. There's lots of other groups for Scentsy consultants that are on Facebook. But those are the particular ones, and of course your own, that I want you to make sure that you at least are letting them know, hey, these are great resources. These have helped me, right? Hopefully they have been helping you. And if not, then you always know where to go if you need that help. So I want you to be sharing what you're doing in your business, even if it's just samples. And again, I want you posting it in the Facebook groups. Post in the Facebook groups. Nobody wants to see me all the time, do they? I mean, really. And your team wants to see you. So if you're more comfortable doing it in your own team page, then do it there. But I do suggest that you're plugged into your director's page. Because trust me, there's going to be times where you're going to want to make sure that those people are in my page. Because when I start doing training seasons and doing sponsoring and doing sales tips and things like this, that's exactly what you want your team members to do, right? Unless you want to duplicate every single thing and put it in your own page, work smarter and not harder, guys. Plug them in and plug yourself in. Because again, they see you doing it, they are going to do it. And they're going to know, hey, oh, I noticed that when they have a question, they usually post in the group. Okay, I can post in the group and ask now. I feel comfortable doing that because that's what my sponsor does. It's true. And just because you are sharing something that, again, you may think is something that everybody knows, trust me, you could be changing somebody's life. Because if they just joined, or even if they've been a consultant for a while but are just now getting into the group, by you sharing a post on how you're putting out samples this month, which you didn't think was a big deal that anybody would even care about, they see it and they're like, oh my gosh, so that's what I need to be doing. Oh, that's how they do their samples. This is real talk, people. And the very, very last thing I'm going to leave you with is to get rid of your self-doubt. Self-doubt will sabotage your business every single time. And it did my own for the first 2 to 3 years. I doubted myself so much that I almost talked myself out of Scentsy completely. And it took about an hour-long conversation on the phone with Tracy DeMario, our superstar director, of her telling me, Jackie, do not give up. Believe in yourself. Do not let others steal your joy. Don't let other people get to you, because those are temporary feelings. And I know some of you maybe have been doing Scentsy for a while, and maybe you've had those temporary feelings. I've had those temporary feelings, okay? Truth and authenticity, 100%. I have had those feelings. And it's so easy to get lost in those feelings and in the moment of saying, I just really am not good enough. Or this person keeps making me feel like this, right? Those are temporary feelings. So when those temporary feelings come, that's when you need to reach up. Reach up, just like a ladder. Reach up. Because if I'm not your direct sponsor, reach out to your sponsor. You can also reach out to me. You can reach out in the group as well. But that's what will sabotage you in your business if you let that self-doubt creep in and you let other people's opinions creep in, because it's easy to do. I am proof to say it is easy to do. So in order to keep yourself out of that, you have to let go of those temporary feelings. Stand in your superwoman pose. Remember who you are. Remember you are made for more. Remember that you are a leader. You make a difference. And you have a team to lead. So let's get leading.